Please go ahead. You can start.
Uh, Good morning and welcome to Blockchain World 2.0. In today's edition, we focus on a vital topic, being an active and responsible blockchain community member. Now, as blockchain technology grows, its strength also lies in the people behind it, how they participate, how they contribute, and uphold community values. Now, joining us are two top experts to guide us on this journey. Mr. Moses Obaje, popularly known as AI Prof, an instructor with Dama, who brings deep in understanding of blockchain's technical and ethical frameworks. Mr. Obaje, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Tochukwu. It's been a while. Happy to see you once again. Good morning,
Thank you.
our listeners.
Thank you. Also, Mrs. Shifra Poloma, aka Digital Mama, also a Dama instructor who focuses on digital adoption and empowering communities to thrive in the new world. Mrs. Shifra Poloma, it's nice to have you.
It's good to be back.
Yes.
Thank you for having us today.
All right. Welcome once again. All right, my name is Tochukwu Raphael, joined by my co-host Ibrahim Awase. I don't know if he has joined us. Ibrahim, are you there? You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Tochukwu Raphael. Thank you, Mr. Tochukwu Raphael.
All right. Let's first of all, before we delve into the topic of today, I would like Mr. Moses Obaje to give us a recap of what we did last 2 weeks. The last week you were on an outing in Abuja, doing what you know how to do best. But give us a recap of what we did last 2 weeks.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Tochukwu. Just like you rightly said, it's now been 2 weeks that we've been on this space. It has been an awesome outing for us in Abuja, where we had to collaborate with Department of Science, Technology, and Innovation with respect to blockchain, digital assets, and artificial intelligence. I could remember, sometimes your head gets choked up, but I could remember we discussed categorically about market capitalization with regards to altcoins and also the Bitcoin itself, looking at the altcoin and what they can do with regards to the bull run or with regards to a return on investment, where we looked at some of the cryptocurrencies that are in the market space. We looked at Bitcoin itself, which is over $2.3 trillion as at when we were discussing. And then where I said, if you put in $100 and you are looking to make maybe $200, that means the market capitalization of Bitcoin has to grow from $2.3 trillion to $4.6 trillion. So your return on investment in digital assets, specifically cryptocurrencies, also lies on the market capitalization of that project. And we also advise in that program that the digital assets with lower market capitalization are the best for people who are looking for better return on investment, maybe 10x, 100x, or 1,000x, or 10,000x plus, because the assets with lower market capitalization have a very high tendency of growing faster with regards to market capitalization and return on investment than the big bulls we have, just like the Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and the rest of them, where we also projected as like Solana, because of the level of projects that are being built on the Solana blockchain. We said it is futuristic, where we look at it, maybe the bull run, it can give 5 to 10x. But looking at the big bulls like Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and the rest of them, when we look at the market capitalization, we do not see it being so robust as far as return on investment is concerned with regards to their market capitalization. Because if you look at, like I said, Bitcoin, $2.3 trillion, And the total market capitalization of all digital assets was around less than $4.5 trillion. So if you're looking at Bitcoin and you say you want to make 10x for Bitcoin, that means just Bitcoin alone, the market capitalization has to move to about $23 trillion, which we said is not feasible with this forthcoming bull run. So we advise solely that people should look up assets just like the body scan AI. All right, we talked of lookup project like EMF1. We talked about the internet coin, or we talked about EAI. These are cryptocurrencies that are just coming up. That their market capitalization is in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, not even up to a million of dollars. So we said if for instance, as at that time, body scan AI is around less than $250,000. By the time it hits $1 million, somebody who just bought at that moment will have made about 7x of his investment. And from that point till now, like I said, the market capitalization of body scan AI, as at the moment, I think it's about over $600,000. You can see that the growth pattern. But if you go back to look at the market capitalization of Bitcoin, I've not checked of recent, but I'm not sure it has crossed that $2.3 trillion as we speak. And in fact, maybe it might have even gone down based on market volatility. But you can see for body scan AI, the market capitalization is on the increase, just like also the EMF1 token. I checked this morning and I saw it did over $500,000 market cap. As at the time we were speaking, I think EMF1 was less than $100,000 market capitalization. So you can see the difference when we talk about your return on investment with regards to market capitalization of digital assets. So if you are out for better return on investments, always look at projects or assets that have very low market capitalization, that have a community backing, all right, and also have utility. So that's just the recap of what we did the last 2 weeks. That's what I can remember at the moment. Thank you very much.
No, I love your analysis. I love your recap of what we did last time. That's very nice. Now let's delve into the topic of today, which is being an active and responsible blockchain community member. Now, somebody who is experienced and who is a grandfather in the field, what would you? Not mind me, not my words. How would you describe, or what makes somebody an active and responsible member in the blockchain community world?
Now, there are a
What
lot
are
of
the
things.
characteristics of that? Now,
There are a lot of
okay.
characteristics, I think. But basically, number one is that you need to look at engagement and participation. Because as an active and responsible blockchain community member, it doesn't just mean using just the technology. No, it's about contributing positively to its growth, uh, maintaining its integrity, and fostering a healthy ecosystem. And that's why when you look at the blockchain ecosystem, people feel there are a lot of challenges with regards to trust and integrity. Because whatever is good, people tend to fight it in the negative way. So, one of the characteristics of a good or an active and responsible blockchain community member is the level of engagement and participation of that community member. Now, what do I mean? As a responsible blockchain community member, you need to stay informed. You need to follow blockchain uh, related news. You need to be updated. All right. You need to know if you are in a certain blockchain project, you need to know what that project is all about. You need to know its white papers. You need to know its tokenomics. You need to understand the trends and the challenges that will come forth with such a project. So you need to be active in the community's forum. Like, for instance, these tokens I've mentioned, they have communities on Telegram, they have communities on Facebook, they have communities on Twitter, they have communities on Reddit, they have communities on Discord. Now, as a responsible and an active community member, you need to join those communities and be active in those communities. You need to contribute ideas. You need to share constructive feedbacks on projects. You need to look at the protocols. You need to look at the proposals of a certain. In fact, yesterday I was in a group. I will not want to mention that group, but I love what the admin of that group did. This is a community member that is giving bad energy to the community itself. The market capitalization of that project was moving on a high speed, and he was telling the community members that do not just look at this high speed. You should know when to exit the market. And the purpose of that project is not just coming to make profit, but let that project be a sustainable one, because it is just battered afresh. Let people see it as a viable project that they can build assets. Okay, no, they can build their assets to a very large quantum. But you are now coming in and telling them, no, since it is pumping, some of you can just go and sell off and then take interest, which is not good for such a new battered project and a new battered community. So you will scare those who are newbies. You will scare those who have long-term mentality for such projects. So if you are not contributing good and great ideas to the community, then that means you are not responsible. Even though if you are active, you might be active and not being responsible. All right? So these are some of the things I will want to talk. Number one is engagement and participation. You need to stay informed, all right, with the updated news on whatever project you are in, like I said, and then you need to be active on that community by contributing meaningful and progressive ideas. Let me stop here. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Obaje. Digital Mama, I don't know if you want to add anything. Let me remind everyone that this session is very interactive. So if you have any question in the course of the explanation from either of the two experts we have on board, you can just throw in your question immediately without, respectfully. Digital Mama, you can take the floor.
Yeah, thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. Raphael. Obviously, in a blockchain community, a community is a group of individuals who share a common interest in any blockchain technology project. That one is basic. They share a common interest. And because of that common interest, they are ready to engage. They are ready to push. They are ready to go all out for that very particular project that they have common interest to promote and to benefit from their investments. We have categories of who is a community, it should belong to the community. Number one, the developer. If he's known, even if he's not known, he will make his presence known on the social media handles by, interacting, dropping important information about that very particular project, which is what we have in the coins that we are promoting. Body Scan AI, the dev are always informing the community about their engagement. The next is the investors, those that have invested in that community, I mean in that project, are part of the community. So everyone has his own responsibility. Then the users too have their role to play as being members of that very particular project. Lastly, we have what we call the enthusiasts, those that love that very project. Why? Because they have gotten information about the project and they feel whatever it is that is happening in the community, they are part of that community. And one key word that I want to mention here is when we talk about responsible, active, responsible, these are the two key words today for us as take home. Being active means you have to be involved in every process that pushes that very particular project forward. Becoming active and then being a responsible member of the community. By being responsible, meaning you make your own contribution from the bottom of your heart to push forth this very particular project that you are pushing forth. And it should not negate the common interest of every member of this community. Like I've mentioned, we have developers as part of the community, investors as part of the community, the users as part of the community, and then the enthusiasts as part of the community. So community coming together to form for a common purpose. Every member of the community should be active, should be responsible. If there's any activity, participating in forums, participating in an engagement like this one that we have the opportunity to on DDM is part of engagements, like Prof said, that every community member should be here to listen, to contribute to the growth of whatever project that we have. And as far as we're concerned, like Prof mentioned, in our earlier engagement, prior engagement, we talked about Body Scan AI, EMF1, and Internet Coin. For anyone that will go into these communities, he will see activities. Like Prof mentioned, I think he must have forgotten. When we mentioned EMF1 that day, the market cap was less than $40,000. But today, as I'm talking to you today, with the engagement of all these people that I've mentioned, the project is above $500 market cap as I speak to you. So imagine anybody. Yeah, imagine 500,000. Yeah, 500,000. Imagine anybody that took what we said, 2 weeks ago and invested just $10. I mean, it's something. And then Body Scan AI as well. The last time we were on air, the market cap was hovering a little above 200, sometimes less. But as at today, the market cap has shot up to it got to about 700 plus. So it's hovering between 600, $700,000 market cap. All because the community is fully involved. In as much as, yes, it's not every community member that you get on space that does what is expected when we talk about active and responsible. But then, community is key in any project because they drive the process. They drive the adoption of such projects. Thank you, Mr. Tochukwu.
Thank you for that enunciation of what it means to be an active and responsible member. Being part of a community, the one thing I got from what just said is it enables you, it affords you the opportunity, various investments you have made or various tokens and coins or cryptocurrencies you have invested in. So that is a nice thing coming from you. We encourage our audience, if you have any questions or if you have anything that is bothering you or you don't understand, you have the floor to ask the questions. All right. Now, how can Mr. Obaje?
I'm here with you.
All right. How can technical knowledge in blockchain help prevent scams and misinformation within the blockchain community? Because we understand that having communities, we are also community cycle.
All right, your network was breaking, but I think you talked about how being knowledgeable technically. Is that what you were talking about?
Exactly.
All right. Yes, it's part and parcel of a responsible community member. Now, in that regard, let me talk about responsibility and ethics. Because when we talk about responsibility and ethics, remember we are talking about active and responsible community member. That means it's active and is taking responsibility. But this time around, I want us to look at responsibility and ethics. Because one of the challenges that the traditional system has is lack of transparency. So for you to be a responsible, active and responsible blockchain community member, you need to promote transparency. So what do I mean? You need to verify information before sharing. You heard us when we were talking about the market capitalization of body scan AI, the internet coin, the EMF one. This is because we verified facts before we come here to share this information, so that we cannot, we will be able to avoid spreading what is called FUD, fear, excuse me, uncertainty or doubt, or we come here to hype a certain project. So technically, we have to do our own analysis, and which is based on knowledge. Now, if you see the cryptocurrency, the blockchain ecosystem, and the cryptocurrency space, it's all about knowledge. You need to understand the technicalities involved as far as the ecosystem is concerned. Because if not, that's why you feel a lot of people will say they've been scammed. But how do you acquire that knowledge? In Nigeria, we don't have university for blockchain. We don't have any university that is taking blockchain as a course or even as a subject. So how do you get this knowledge? How do you get this technical know-how to navigate the ecosystem? It is via the community. It is via the community. That's why, if you remember, I talked about contribute ideas. People have studied blockchain independently on their own, and some studied from experts outside our own region. And so they are much more knowledgeable. It is now that Dharma Academy is trying as much as possible to see that we have a physical space. Since we are an academy where we can bring in students, train them, educate them with regards to blockchain, digital assets, and artificial intelligence. But if you are not part and parcel of the community, you might not be able to get those technical know-how. Because a community, just like she mentioned, they comprise of so many people. The devs are there. The promoters are there. The enthusiasts are there. The technocrats are there. So you must be part and parcel of the community so as to be able to promote transparency by verifying facts before sharing any information. Everything you hear us say here, Mr. Tochukwu, is based on facts, not a guesswork. And I did not go to any blockchain school. But because I was an active and a responsible community member, I continued to get more knowledge, more exposure, where to get informations, how to get informations. And that's why when I speak with authority because I know what I am talking about. And so when we talk of, I said, responsibility and ethics, technically you must be security minded. You must be security minded because, in fact, there's a man who is in our community because he was not security conscious. His wallet was hacked and he lost every asset. And today he's not part of the community. Why? Because when trainings are going on, when technical aspects of blockchain are being taught, he is not available. So that aspect of security, even though, yes, he's an investor, he has assets, but he is not security minded. So he does not practice good wallet hygiene. He doesn't know which one is hardware wallet. He doesn't know which one is cold wallet. So how can he educate others since he doesn't know? And that's why we are bold enough to come out to educate others about scams and phishing sites. Now, we are a community this morning discussing, and everyone who is part and parcel of this community will have something to take home. And also, you, as a responsible community member with regards to the technical aspects, you must respect regulations. You must understand the legal environment within your jurisdiction, and you must act responsibly. In previous years, Tochukwu, we cannot go out to government agencies and advocate for blockchain adoption because of the legal environment surrounding blockchain, cryptocurrencies, digital assets within our country. And so we must be responsible, we must follow ethics. And thank God, the narrative is changing. So technically, there are a lot that needs to be done.
Please, Dabney, please turn down, mute yourself, please. You have just interrupted. Mr. Obaje?
Yes. So, like I was saying, technically, in fact, let me tell you, if you just talk of technicalities alone, it might not give you the needed result in the blockchain ecosystem without a responsible community. Without a responsible community, because there is need for collaboration and support. I was part and parcel of a developmental process of a certain token, And most of the features that the devs of that token were using came from the community. They respected the community. They knew very well that without the community, they cannot get what they want as the developers of that project. So they carried the community along, having noted that the community is a responsible community that is very, very active. So in terms of collaboration and support, you need to mentor newcomers. You need to mentor newbies that are coming into the system technically. They should understand blockchain basics without judgments. Put it in a layman's language that they can understand. I could remember in our outing, our CEO, he said, don't mind the jargons, but get the basics. You should be able to know how to document what you have. You need to be responsible in testing blockchain technicalities on a project. And you need to also help that project in its diversification. So that you receive voices. In fact, of recent, we have the African blockchain advocacy that is coming on board, which is different people with different mindsets from different fora coming together to advocate blockchain and digital assets in Africa. Now, that is diversity. You foster inclusivity by welcoming diverse voices and perspectives as far as the technical aspect of blockchain is concerned. Digital Mama can bear me witness. I saw her doing some things and I was wowed. How did this Mama get to know all this? And she told me it is somebody from another community that is giving her all this knowledge because she is willing to diversify even in her knowledge base. So technically, without community being responsible, projects will flow. When a lot of scams take over a project, that project will not succeed. But when there is a community that is able to pass out knowledge, technical knowledge to its community members, that project becomes so solid and gains its ground. Since I've been in body scan AI, I've not heard of anybody coming to say maybe he used the wrong contract address to buy body scan AI. Because I bet you there might be some that are fake in the market. But because if you're a part and parcel of the community, you get adequate knowledge on what you need to do and what you need not to do, technically, behaviorally, and otherwise. So that is what I can say with regards to your question. Collaboration and support, it's needed technically, all right? And then responsibility and ethics also is needed technically to keep this ecosystem in the right position.
Yes, I was going to ask you about your current community, which I'm also part of now, the Body Scan AI community. Could you briefly tell us how it came to be? Because I understand that it currently has 999 members, almost 1,000 members, and that is a huge number to celebrate. So tell us how it came to be, whether there have been some challenges over the months and the years and all that.
Now, Mr. Tochukwu, you are just in one of the groups. That group is more than one, all right? You are just privileged opportunity to be in one. We have other groups, you understand, Dama 1, Dama 2, towards the Bull Run, right? Newbies. There are a lot of groups, you understand. There's no journey that is without challenges. There's no journey. Most especially when you have a community, people from diverse space, all right? In terms of knowledge, ethics, behaviors. So there must be challenges that will surely come forth, where you have the good, the bad, and the ugly, all right? Because you don't know who is who. That's one thing with such spaces. But thank God, yes. How did that community come to be? A lot of people have been scammed of their hard-earned resources. I'm just giving you the history, how this was battered. Dama Academy has been in existence for over 4 years. But like I said, because of regulations here and there, all right, you might not be that confident, that vocal, because of security challenges and otherwise. But having the government of the day backing up the ecosystem, now we have a voice. That being said, a lot of people were scammed of their hard-earned monies from projects that are more like blockchain and not blockchain. They are investment platforms that come with the face as if they are digital assets, okay? But they are not. They are scam projects. And number of people lost in, which was running a paid class, decided to say no. It is high time for people to get knowledge and understanding of how the blockchain ecosystem works, and decided that this knowledge that is a paid knowledge should be dished out for free. And that is how that community that lost out, I don't want to call the name of the project, all right, came in flooding Dama Academy so as to acquire knowledge on how to run business on blockchain. From 1 to 150, because once you are giving out value, this one will tell Mr. A, will tell Mr. B, this is what I got. Then there was no project that is being promoted. It's just knowledge, dishing out knowledge, so that people can discover original from fake. People can discover scams. People can understand what is phishing. People can understand rock pools. Project that you put in your money, you think it is going to do well. Within the next 30 minutes, that project is dead. So this builds confidence in the heart of those who are the pioneers, and they decided to go viral and inform friends, family, colleagues, relatives. And today, we have a very large community. We've not even started as far as community is concerned. We've not started. We are going to, as far as Dama Academy. So it was born out of love for humanity. It was born out of love for humanity to be salvaged from the quagmire fake projects with reference to blockchain ecosystem, knowing that it is a transparent and an immutable system. So why should we be having these challenges? And to curb these challenges, that is why Dama said, okay, let's do this for free. And today we are growing massively beyond the shores of Nigeria, beyond the shores of Africa, and even going further to the UK, into Europe, and what have you. So that's just what brought about this.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Obaje, for that historical recount of how the body scan AI community started. Mrs. Shifra Poloma, can you hear me right? All right. Now, you talked about social media earlier, because social media, without social media, this process or the project that we are currently having, or whatever project in the blockchain world, cannot be effectively be driven. So what role does social media play in enhancing community projects?
Thank you, Tochukwu. social media.
And what are the aspects? What aspects? Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was trying to add more things. What are the various platforms, social media platforms that members can harness or can employ in order to enhance their participation and communication?
Thank you, Mr. Tochukwu. Social media plays a very, very key and vital role as it is today. Why? Because the social media has become like the mainstay of information in this age. And the role it plays in a community is beyond what we can fathom or imagine, because it is an avenue for sharing knowledge, for even meeting and collaborating with others. And it is where you get support, where you get feedback from community and even people who are not part of the community, based on the way the information or the engagement of the community brings in more people into the community. A few out of the many social media platforms that we have are Telegram, we have Facebook, we have Discord, we have LinkedIn, we have TikTok, we have X, which is Twitter, and a host of others. These are platforms or spaces where you could engage. You engage the community. The community participate in online forums, online discussions, like the one we are having even here now, where everybody is free to, based on the knowledge being shared, to ask questions, to get answers, to give feedbacks, and then the community is stronger for it. Experiences are shared. Everyone is free to make contributions. We share knowledge at all times based on the experiences from wherever you're coming from. And based on this knowledge sharing, sometimes you get to collaborate with others on the space who are doing what you are doing as well. And as Prof earlier mentioned, it's based on this, engagements that we've been having as a community that we came, based on the knowledge sharing, we were able to come into contact with the EMFI community, with the Internet Coin community, and as Body Scan community, having gone through the perimeters of these very particular tokens and coins, we felt the need that Africa, not only Nigeria, needed this knowledge. And we decided to collaborate to give birth to an advocacy platform named Africa Blockchain Advocacy. And so the social media really played a crucial role for us to take that decisive decision, because when we came across each other, we were able to engage, we were able to have common understanding, shared knowledge, got feedbacks, and then felt the need to now form this advocacy group that will now offer knowledge to the entire African continent. Why? Because we feel Africa is like left behind. I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Very well, very well. Now, are there specific kind of persons who are eligible to be members of this community? For example, last week you had a session in Abuja with, did I say civil servants?
Yeah.
Yes, So, and I remember somebody texting on our platform, WhatsApp platform, saying that civil servants, should key into the system because this system, this project concerns them the most since they are looking forward to retiring at some time. And since when they retire, they will need some, cash to be living upon. So are there certain kinds or categories of persons?
Tochukwu, actually, every person that has a phone that needs empowerment need to be here. It's not only the civil servants. But we happen to have an engagement with the civil servants because we are trying to collaborate with various organs, but they gave us the first opportunity. And because as civil servants, yeah, you said retirement. I'm a retiree myself, but I came across this space way back 2016, not now. And I know how far it has helped me to navigate, to be able to perform my duties as a public servant before retirement. I did it with ease. Why? Because I came into contact with knowledge. And based on that knowledge that I came into contact with, I feel when we got that engagement, it was like the right time to talk to people that I belong to that very particular system, and I know what it takes. About retirement, you retire, there's no gratuity, the pension is not coming, and so on and so forth. So I could easily flow with them, and they could easily flow with me because I'm coming from their own terrain. But then be that as it may, we are open. And that is why we're here. Because we are speaking through DDM to everyone, whether they are adolescents, whether they are adults or aged like myself. The times are hard, and there are ways that you could earn, you could make a living in a clean way. What I mean by being clean is that whatever you invest in blockchain gives you a good return on your investment, and it can cater and take care of you and even give you wealth, especially with the vast knowledge that we have shared here. The previous meeting we had was about how to identify, the market capitalization, how you get entry using low cap to be able to navigate this space. So as far as we are concerned, everybody that cares to be involved, because the blockchain has come to stay, anyone that cares to be in this space, to make a living, ought to get this knowledge, and we are here for everybody. Thank you.
I appreciate your contribution. Mr. Obaje, we still have a few minutes time left. You're still watching Blockchain World, program designed by Diaspora Digital Media and DAMA. What is the meaning of DAMA again? You remind me. Digital Asset Management Academy, of course, based in Abuja, of which two of their most intelligent instructors have been talking to us, have been speaking, we have been conversing. But Mr. Obaje, if somebody has been a member of a community and along the line, the person is due to the person is deprived of, a certain amount of money, maybe the person did not expect that to happen. Is there a way to recover it? The community can help the person to recover the money or, thereabout?
All right. With regards to blockchain, the best the community can do is to impact knowledge. To impact knowledge. That's why, if you could remember when you were coming into the community, there are certain things that I told you to do. I said, without doing this, you might just send your funds to the thin air. All right? Because these transactions on blockchain are irreversible. It's not like a system where you have maybe customer care or an admin that can help you solve some problems. No, it runs independently. Despite the fact that it is being transparent, it is also immutable. Except you know the person that did this. And in blockchain, blockchain does not identify personalities. So you can't trace and say, this is the person that did this to me. Now, I once had an experience like that. Somebody had access to my diary and swept my wallet, which was a carelessness on my own for him to have access to my diary. And I was the one who educated him, all right, the need for security. And he was working directly under me. So one day I left the office and I left my diary in the office, and he took the diary and went through and took the seed phrase and accessed my wallet and swept everything. But because I am knowledgeable and I knew nobody had access to my diary, the first thing I did was to arrest him. And I arrested him, and after thorough investigation, I discovered he was the one who did it, and I had to recover. But without that knowledge of him having access to my diary, there is no way I will go to get those assets back. They are gone, and they are gone for life. And that's why you need to be actively participating in a community so as to be knowledgeable, to be educated on what you need to do and what you do not need to do. So you must be a part and parcel of value creation to the community and to your own self. That's why you in the community, you need to build. Don't just speculate, because a lot of people come into the crypto space with a lot of speculations. Many people look at how do I make money, but do not want to contribute in the process to build that source that you are looking for money from. So you need to be creative. You need to be up and doing in terms of educating other community members in the little way you can. You must not know all. Nobody knows all. Digital Mama has just mentioned a lot of communities. Now we are on Zoom and on YouTube, right? The knowledge we might pass here might not be the same knowledge we will pass when we are on Facebook, or when we are on Telegram, or when we are on Twitter. So you might not gather all the knowledge, but once you have the opportunity, you might attend on Telegram. You might not be on Zoom. You might be on the X space. But at least you should be actively involved in the community activities. If it is voting, vote. If it's for you to share maybe a post, share. If it's just for you to just like, you understand, just be part and parcel of that community positively and share knowledge.
Yes, I just remembered something yesterday.
Yes.
Something trended on Twitter, cryptocurrency scam. I don't know if anyone in the audience or from our guests, knew about it. So when I saw it, because in this blockchain world, it is relatively new. So anything that happens, or any piece of news that talks about scam, you begin to be jittery and agitated, because you're not sure which is which. So, but it is very important that we are part of the community. The fundamental reason is to have, updates concerning what you are investing in or what you have invested in. So that is a good thing. Somebody has asked Moses or Daud or Abrahams, it says, thank you for spreading knowledge, and that is the only way to develop humanity. Now, he's also asking, now this body scan AI token, what is the ambition with regards to market capitalization? And then he also asked, is it too late to go in or still early? AI Prof, are you the one to answer, or
All right. Maybe
shift it to
I'll answer
Digital
and then
Mama?
allow Digital Baba to come in also. Now, the body scan AI,
All right.
to me, as far as market capitalization is concerned, all right, it has no capping. Bitcoin is at $2.3 trillion. Body scan AI can do more than $2.3 trillion over the years to come. Over the years to come. All right? From where we are today at less than $1 million market cap, simply means that the project is still a baby. All right? So from where we are, $600,000 to $700,000 market cap, whoever comes in and decides to exit at $1 million market cap, he has still made good money. He has made at least 3x. You understand? So if
Yeah.
you're coming in, by the time it hits $1 million, you come in with $100, you are going with $300, which that is not what we are looking at. Do you understand? So as far as market capitalization is concerned, it will exceed Bitcoin over years to come. But for a start, let's look at maybe $100 billion. $100 billion. All right. That's my dream. That's my dream. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, 100
Digital
billion.
Mama, thank you very much.
Yes. Well, like Prof said, the ambition of body scan AI, when you look at the utility tells you, oh, this is an app that will soon be deployed on iOS and Android. And it has come to solve one of humans' greatest challenges, the health. So to us, to me, somebody like me, as Prof said, will surpass the 2 trillion Bitcoin has. Why? Because when you look at the tokenomics, we have only 1 billion tokens. And there's a burning mechanism that some of the tokens, a certain percentage will be burnt. That means the circulation will not be 1 billion. It will be less, creating scarcity in the market. So body scan AI, when you look at the utility of a coin, and that is what we are here to share. If you're patient, if you have understanding, and it depends on the size of your dream again. The size of your dream, like Prof said, somebody might, take, take his profit after $1 million market cap. Some have taken already because of the few, the market cap that they are seeing. Peanuts. As far as they are concerned, the peanuts, exactly. It's like, to me, it's like selling destiny at this material time. And that is why we always tell people, don't invest your child's school fees. The child will be going next week, because we don't hype here. Invest what you can afford to keep long term. Why? Because we know what this token and the app is coming to solve to humanity. Imagine the app being dropped. deployed to iOS and Android. I mean, who will not want to jostle to get this app? But for you to even be able to use the app, you need the token, because the token is our means of exchange. You can't use Naira, you can't use dollar, you can't use, Bitcoin even to buy body scan. I mean, to use the app. But you need the currency of exchange for use of that app, which is body scan AI tokens. So, market cap, your dream will determine what market cap you feel you want to exit. But as for me, I am not exiting. No, I can take profit with time, but then I'm not exiting. Why? Because this app, I will use it. I can use it on somebody around me who doesn't have, probably cannot access it. And I can charge, I can monetize. The data is mine. I can monetize the data from the scan I will do on myself to any research institute to take it for research, but I'll do it for an amount, for a sum. I'll monetize it. So the utility of body scan AI, we're just getting started. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be big. The market cap is going to rise beyond what we can think of for those who are willing to invest for long term. I assure you, it is generational wealth. Thank you. I hope that answers Moses' question.
Yes, it is indeed a generational wealth. Where you were enunciating it was very, very encouraging. Even somebody who has lost hope can quickly regain hope. We believe that as more people invest in the community, it will keep on growing to a point that, in Mr. Moses Obaje's words, will take over the chief cryptocurrency, which is Bitcoin. So that's our hope. So thank you very much. This is where we come to the end of today's show. Mrs. Shifra Polova, Digital Mama, Mr. Moses Obaje, AI Prof. Thank you for your time and riveting contribution on today's session of Blockchain World. We really appreciate you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate.
All right. We also say a big thank you to our audience, because without you, we are talking nothing here. So that you are listening to us means a lot to us. Continue to listen to us and continue to spread the message of blockchain and cryptocurrency, especially body scan AI, which is fast gaining grounds. So thank you very much. I'm Tosh Raphael with my co-host Ibrahim Umawase. See you some other time next week for a fresh edition of Blockchain World. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Tochukwu. We appreciate.
Okay.